Darren, if we look back to Saturday, you've had time to now digest and look back at it. What are your overall thoughts now you've had time to reflect?
Well, it was quite a long journey back from Crawley, so I managed to watch it on the bus. It was just the final thing that let us down, final shot, final pass. I think we opened them up. I think we had about 4 1-on-1s with them, and we just couldn't get that goal. Created chances, and just a little bit of composure in the last third, and then obviously the penalty. I think it's a little bit soft, and really we should have been coming away with minimum 0-0, and it sort of keeps the momentum going. But it's a bad defeat. I said it after the game. We've lost far too many games this season. Even when you don't play great, you want to pick something up, and to have 12 defeats is disappointing. But we've had 16 wins, 4 draws, so we could have got a few more points just by not maybe losing games, But no, I thought second half in particular we created plenty of chances, but just couldn't take it.
You've got to feel sorry for Jack Baldwin, haven't you? He's just come on. That's his first game for the club, and to get a decision like that against him, it's you got to feel sorry for him.
Yeah, he came on and to be honest, the actual foul that's given is not a foul. And then he moves the ball. I think he's taken it 10, 12 yards in front of where the actual foul was given. So yeah, we feel a little bit hard done by in terms of that. There was a little bit of a nudge on him, but I find it. I don't know why his arm was up there. I couldn't understand what that went out, but the ref's given it, and to be fair, Tubbs has taken a very good penalty.
What's the news with Ben?
Well, he's gone for a scan, so we'll know results tomorrow. He's got a problem with his abductor. He felt on Thursday, but we felt he'd be fine for the game, and for an hour he was absolutely spot on. And then he started getting real pain, and I left it as long as I could, but in the end he just said, look, it's too much now, I've got to come off. So obviously everyone was aware that it was an injury, because I wouldn't have taken him off from the back four. That there would have been 3 clean sheets in the bounce. So unfortunately I had to make that decision, and no hesitation in sticking Jack in.
Conor Washington came on and done very well for you again. We seem to be saying this in every press conference of late. Creating chances, and was very unlucky not to get his volley in. Actually, have you looked at it back? 'Cause it was a strange old angle, weren't it?
It's a great finish. He's so unlucky. I think he's either tried to score just lay it in for someone and it's hit the post and out Tommy. He's just missed Tommy. It would have been a really good finish. Yeah, he gives you pace and power. That's what he does, and he's very much in my thoughts, as he was for Saturday. It wasn't. I've got to make decisions in the sense that I've got to have good partnerships and things. I think Nicky and Britt are a very good partnership. Conor gives you something different. So what you want is flexibility and options, and we've got them, I feel, in the squad at the moment. Josh as well is knocking on the door. So I've got 1 or 2 that I feel can make an impact, along with the other ones that were on the bench. So we've got some options.
There's a chance to make amends quite quickly this week with a game tomorrow night against Sheffield United. Are you looking forward to it? Sheffield United, obviously a big club and a club in a bit of form at the moment.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. They're the form team in the league. They've won 7 in the bounce. Some of them obviously cup games. They've got a huge game for themselves on Saturday in the cup. So I would imagine it'd be a good crowd, good atmosphere. It's a proper football stadium, Sheffield United. It's one that you look forward to, there's no question.
We'd be looking to make a few changes, obviously with Ben now injured. We'd be looking to throw young Jack back in.
Well, Ben's a doubt. I'm not saying he's out. Knight Percival took a bad knock to his eye as well, so there's 1 or 2 we're waiting on. But like I say, I've got options to change the team. I don't think it was a bad performance. I think it was a performance that was just lacking the final bit, as I've said before. And up to that game, we were in decent form and a good run of games, and many games are tight at this part of the season, so we've just got to improve that area. The players are aware of that. We've spoken today about it, about being a bit more ruthless in the last third. You've
got a couple of players on 9 bookings now. I think Danny Swanson and Michael Boswick. Does that play on your mind a little bit, looking ahead to the JPT final?
I think it may play in their mind, and the ideal situation was to keep playing them and get ahead and get them off before they can get booked, but it doesn't work out like that. So,
because if that's that
can't come into them, I think, in the JPT. We've got 7 league games before then. The league's more important than that. So I'd be more worried about them missing league games. But I just feel that that would never influence my decision, in the sense that I can't keep thinking, oh, they're going to get booked. They shouldn't have got 9 in the first place. That's a mistake they've made, but they have done, so we have to get on with it. But I feel Danny's playing well at the moment. Bozzy's come into midfield and done well, so No, it wouldn't really have a bearing on me.
I mean, looking at the league table at the moment, although we lost Saturday, we are pulling away a little bit from the teams below us. And I know previously you've mentioned you're more interested in the teams above us. Do you see that, because Rotherham are obviously on a good bit of form as well at the moment, do you see them being a scout coming up?
Well, how I look at it is simple. I've got to make sure that we get in the playoffs. Simple as that. And then we know that we're capable of beating the teams that will be in there. And there's almost definitely the 5 teams are there won't change. It'll be 3 from them 5. They'll be in the playoffs. And then there's one place I think up for grabs, and we're right in there because we've got a 5-point advantage. We win tomorrow night, it'd be an 8-point advantage, which I think is a decent gap. But what you'd have to say is, out of the 6 teams at the top, we have been the most inconsistent. That's why we are where we are, and the other ones just keep going. They've been Wolves since they made their signings in January, have now got goals in their team. Brentford are strong physically. Leyton Orient, great credit to them. They've won their last 4 games. And Preston Rotherham. So we haven't got to the level of consistency they have. So I've got to concentrate on making sure we stay in the playoffs. That has to be the target. Knowing fine well that we're capable of beating anyone of them in the playoffs if we get there.
Being quite far into the season now, as we are, does it give you time to reflect on the season and look at? I mean, you mentioned there about inconsistency. I mean, on why we're inconsistent. How it happens, the areas of the pitch where you think it happens the most.
No, you always analyse. I'm always analysing where I feel that we can improve. And when the season's over and hopefully we're back in the Championship, if we can get there, then I know the sort of areas and I'll know where I feel it's gone wrong. But the most thing I think is clear, anyone that's watched us over the course of the season, is we have been too inconsistent against the teams below us. Our record in the bottom 10 is poor, and we've still got a lot of teams to play in that area of the league, especially at home. So I think that's an area we have to look at, because that's a consistent stat, and really that's what I'm trying to get over to the players. Games like tomorrow night don't really concern me. It's the ones that wins at Crawley and Stevenage are the ones that they're the foundations for your promotions. There's no question about that. I don't think I have to do a team talk if we play Wolves away, because the game sort of takes care of itself. One thing I will say is we enjoy those games, so that's why I think if we can get to the playoffs, I do feel that we've got a good chance.
I will finally say another good crowd against Crawley. It was quite a trek, but to take over 500 there, they've been fantastic, the fans, the last few away games, haven't they?
They've been brilliant. Stevenage were great, Leyton Orient were great, and obviously at Crawley it was a long journey, but we've taken over 500. It's been fantastic. I'm sure we'll take a few at Sheffield. I just hope then that sort of rubs off on the rest at home, because our away support has been magnificent. We need that again at home though.